What's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to another video of MTG Reveals. If you do not know which set this storage box is from, you will in just a second. But first, I do want to give a special shout out to our guy Levi for making this video possible. Because of him, we will be revealing a Brothers War bundle box, in which does include at the very least one Transformers card. Turn it over to the back, it does not tell you exactly which, so hey, a mystery is a mystery, right? And you also get a chance to get a red or green D20 with the Brothers War symbol as the 20. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and just crack this open. If I can get my finger in there we go. All right. And of course, like always, we do have our, let's go ahead and start with this really quick. Our little poster card that they always come with. Mishra's Burnished Banner. Wow, I almost completely said that wrong. A Malevolent Menagerie. Oh my god, Menagerie of Machines. And then on the other side, we got Urza's Iron Alliance. Get your gears turning. These look really nice. I actually kind of really like these. Let's go ahead and set that aside for the second. As you can see, this is the Brothers War storage box. Now, I tested some people's ability to remember with the first one. Wanted to show the difference. This is the gift edition and this is the bundle edition. There is another difference in which I will show in just a sec, literally. So, we got the red D20 with the Brothers War symbol. Looking nice, looking nice. This is the other difference I wanted to show. This is the D20 from the gift bundle. As you can see, it is completely almost blue with a little bit of red. Of course, the white in the middle, but the numbers are red with a Transformer symbol on it. I like the both of these no matter what. Actually, I feel like these go perfect with each other. But let's go ahead and set these back aside. With this, of course, we always get the cutouts. Looking nice with the +1/+1 counters. And your card dividers, you always get 2 of them. I know it's upside down. And then you got the prototype push outs along with some more +1/+1s. I'm going to go ahead and set this aside. And we got the 2 reference cards just like always with the lands with our card on it that comes in for sure. And then we got another either another or the Transformers card. I'm going to assume it's the Transformers card. If we do get another Transformers card, it's more likely going to be in one of these 8 packs. Let me just go ahead and count those real quick. Yep, we got the 8. Mix them up. And let's get this show on the road. All right, we're going to open these up extremely carefully. Make sure we're not bending any cards. There we go. It's always better to open it like that and then open it like this afterward. For our art card. Oh man. Looking real nice. Kind of looking like a character from For Honor. But we'll go ahead and get this started. We got a art basic land. A mountain. Looks nice. I always love coming out with some of those. We got a Wing Commando. Power Stone Fracture, Survivor of Corliss, Goblin Firebomb. Now we're moving on to our uncommons. Symmetry Matrix, Skyfisher Spider. Oh wow, that one looks really nice actually. Our Mass Production, Battlefield Butcher, and this should be our first rare. Oh, nope, my bad, I missed one. Apologies. Millstone, our artifact. I really love the borders that they did with these, keeping it old school just a little bit. This should be our first rare, and it is not that one. Oops. There we go. Hall of Tagsin. It is a land. You can tap it to add a land. You can pay 1 and tap it to add any 1 mana of add 1 mana of any color. Or you can pay 4, tap it, and create a tapped Power Stone token. Nice, nice. That's our first rare. Our second rare, Mazewind Tomb. Okay, I don't know why my camera keeps going out of focus, but I'll try to get that situated and put it down. Now here we go for our last card, which is a legendary creature, also known as our commander cards. Jorna Nightfall Alchemist. And it is not a promo, but I don't know exactly what that's from. I always thought they were promos, but let's see what our last card is. Oh, it is our last card. Okay. It's not a list, but hey, we'll get there. We got 3 rares in that pack. Nice, nice. No mythics quite yet. Ooh, I do see the side tear. I do not like doing those though. I do feel like it messes with the cards a little bit more. As you can see, we do have our punch outs for the prototype. So no token there, no list card I'm assuming as well. But let's go ahead and flip this over. Wow, looks like a nice little axe, but if I remember, this was something that had to do with the lantern. It is a soul guided lantern. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and put that to the side. A basic land for a basic land. And then we got Gia's Gift. Where are our commons? There we go. Let's go ahead and scoot those over to the side. There we go. Gia's Gift. We got a stone retrieval unit. Gixian Skullflayer. Wow. Almost tongue-tied. And there it goes, the tongue-tied. Aeronaut's Wings. Okay. Gix's Karis. Pretty sure I said that right. And for our first uncommon, we go to the go for the throat. Jesus. Spectrum Sentinel. Protection from multicolor. This creature cannot be blocked, targeted, dealt damage, enchanted, or equipped by anything multicolored. And whenever a non-basic land enters the battlefield under an opponent's control, you gain 1 life. Wow, seems nice, nice. We got the Fall of Krug. The Pristine Talisman. Pretty sure I said that right. Sometimes I say things a little weird. And this should be our first rare. Yes, it is. Razalash Transmogrant. Jesus, I cannot say these things right. For our card behind it, we have a foil Ironclaw Crusher, which is an uncommon, and it comes with the prototype. You may cast this spell with different mana cost, color, and size. It keeps its abilities and types. That means instead of paying for the 7 and getting a 4/6, you can pay the 2 green and 2 generic and keep it as a 2/5, and you still get to keep your ability, which is whenever Ironclaw Crusher attacks, target attacking creature gets +X/+0 until the end of turn, where X is Ironclaw Crusher's power. I'm going to be assuming, wow, attacks a target. It'll be the 2 if you were to prototype it. So that's nice. Let's see what this... I am tripping. My bad. Our last card was the Punch-Out card. The +1/+1s on the back. Sometimes you will get a Punch-Out. Sometimes you will get an add. You will get tokens or a list card. I'm hoping for this one for a list, but I was completely wrong, as you can see. This is more than likely just an ad with no token on the back side, but just to make sure, I will go ahead and leave that for the last card. This is our art card, looking nice. Bringing out some animals there, can only assume what this might be. Fauna Shaman, okay. Number 24 out of 81, wow, nice, nice. We got a basic land on a basic land. For our first common, Quintonal Stalwart. Wow. Taokasia's Onolit. Wow, these are really going to mess with me. Disfigure. Arbalist Engineers. For our first uncommon, I am putting these commons inside of the uncommon. Let's go ahead and get those out. There we go. Then we got a Thoppler Mechanic. Combat Thresher, our second prototype card. Battery Bearer. Creatures you control have tap and add 1 colorless mana. This mana cannot be spent to cast a non-artifact spell. Whenever you cast an artifact spell with mana value 6 or greater, draw a card. That sounds nice enough. And our first mythic, there we go. Urza, Chief Artificer. Affinity for artifact creatures. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each artifact creature that you control. Artifact creatures you control have Menace, in which Menace means it can be blocked only by 2. And at the beginning of your end step, create a 0/0 colorless construct artifact creature token with. This creature gets +1/+1 for each artifact that you control. For the Menace, I do not remember if it cannot block. I cannot think right now. I am completely blocked myself, but let's go ahead and see what this next card is. We got a uncommon artifact. Apologies, I'm trying to move this over to the side at the same time. Uncommon artifact, Prismatic Star, with a old-fashioned border. Ooh, almost pulled out the wrong one. Soul Partition. Man, that's really messing with me. Another rare. Actually, that is our first rare. My apologies. Exile a target non-land permanent. For as long as that card remains exiled, its owner may play it. A spell cast by an opponent this way costs 2 more to cast. I've actually had a lot of these hit me within some standard decks. Really irritating for me. Union of the Third Path. Draw a card, then you gain life equal to the number of cards in your hand. That sounds nice enough. And then, of course, we do have our add card. Go on ahead, open up our next pack. Jesus, if it wants to open. Looks like we have another add card. I'm hoping for at least one list card. Let's go ahead and toss that out. Take a look at our art card. I think this is Urza. I just don't know. Urza, Lord Protector. There we go. We got a basic land for a basic land. Air Marshal for our first common. Warlord's Elite. Sibling Rivalry, there we go. Mishra's Excavation Prodigy for our first uncommon, and it is a legendary creature which can be played as a commander. We got Bushwhack. Yeah, I read that right. Okay. Suchi Cave Guard. It's at 8/8. Wow, and it costs 8 to cast. We got a Thoppler Architect again, and we got our first rare out of the pack, Inspiring Statuary. Statuary. Oh my god, statutory. Jesus. Non-artifact spells you cast have improvise. Your artifacts can help cast those spells. Each artifact you tap after you're done activating mana abilities pays for 1. Oh my god. I'm so stuck on the name, I'm losing myself. And this is our first rare, actually. I put all the uncommons in the rares. There we go. And then we have our mythic Sundering Titan. When Sundering Titan enters or leaves the battlefield, choose a land of each basic land type, then destroy those lands. It's a 7/10 and only costs 8 to play. Wow. Nice with the old backgrounds as well. And another mythic. Wow. What do you know? Cityscape Leveler. It has Trample. It is an 8/8 and costs 8 to cast. When you cast this spell and whenever Cityscape Leveler attacks, destroy up to 1 target non-land permanent. Its controller creates a tapped Power Stone token, and it has Unearth 8. I'm not going to give an example off that because I am still learning exactly what that might be. So we have 2 mythics, 1 rare, and a common for the foil. Tower Worker has reached to 1/3. Costs 3 to play. Seems nice enough. I am pretty sure I am completely off on this pile, but I will fix that afterwards. Let's go ahead and... Oh! It's not a token, so I am going to be assuming it's a list, but we will not know until we get there. I do not know exactly what this is. Depth Charge Colossus. And then we got a foil basic land on a basic land. Scrape Work Mutt for our first common. Supply Drop. Dwarven Forge Chanter. Weakstone's Subjugation. Mass Production for our first uncommon. Battlefield Butcher. Arbalist Engineers. We got another one of those. Thoppler Mechanic. I think that's the 3rd one. And for our artifact, we got Elsewhere Flask. I've seen a few different arts on some of these, but man, I actually really like this one. This should be our first rare. Let's go ahead and take a look, and it is Tatiana's Command. Looking nice enough, nice enough. I'm not sure if this one was worth something. I think it was, but I guess there's only one way to find out, and I should check it afterward. For our next card behind it, we have a foil common of Falaji Chain Dancer. And for the card behind it, we have we got a little troll token. Okay, not what I was expecting. I was really hoping we were going to pull a list card off of that. As we can see, we do have another... oh my god, cannot think about what it is. I'll get there. This is one of the worms. I just don't remember which worm it was. It is the Wormcoil Engine. There we go. I was close. Whoop. And dropped it. Thankfully, not that far. Basic land on a basic land. For our first common, we got Mishra's Domination. Domination, yes, I read that right. Yoshin Medic. Phalagi's Archaeologist. I think that's a different one, but it's almost the same name. Or it is the same name. Lauren's Escape. Overwhelming Remorse. For our first uncommon, we got Metallicious Excavation. Reconstructed Thoppler. Dreams of Steel and Oil. For our artifact, we got Ichor Wellspring. And then we should have our first rare right behind this, which is, oh, it's a mythic. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Platoon Dispenser. At the beginning of your end step, if you control 2 or more creatures, draw a card. You can pay 1 white and 3 generic and create a 1/1 colorless soldier artifact creature token with Unearth. It's a 4/6 and costs 5 to cast. And right behind it, we have our foil Third Path Iconoclast. Iconoclast. Jesus. It is a regular creature. And behind that, we do have our Power Stone. There we go. Speaking of the Power Stone, you get to tap and add a mana of any color, or not of any color, a generic. This mana cannot be spent to cast a non-artifact spell. That is the second token we have, which is, I think, pretty weird, unless I missed one, in which I don't think I did. Our next art card. This is another Urza. I think this is the Planeswalker. Nope. Urza, Prince of Krug. Okay. We have a foil basic land on a basic land. Argathian Sprite for our first common. Scrapwork Rager. I think that's the second one. Perimeter Patrol. Combat Courier. And for our first uncommon, we got Phalaji Vanguard. We have Levitating Statue. Lauren, Disciple of History. I think that's our first one, also a legendary creature, another commander. Disciples of Gix. Nice, nice. And then we have our artifact of Sword of the Meek. Hey, okay. I do not remember if this is worth something. Probably about $1 or $2, I'm assuming. Which is a rare as well. And then we have our other rare, Tatiana's Command. There we go. We got 2 of those now. And we have Gixian Infiltrator. It's another common for our foil all the way in the back. And then another Power Stone. Okay, now we got 2. And this is our last pack. Jeez. Another ad card. No list, sadly, but hopefully on the next one. That really looks nice. I like that a lot. This is a Tatiana, Voice of Gaia. My bad, I read that completely wrong. We got a basic land of the forest. Survival of Corliss. This is our second one, but our first common. My bad, common. Clay Revenant. Swiftgear Drake. Aeronaut Cavalry. And for our first uncommon, it is also a prototype Mechanic Ironclaw Crusher, which is the second one I think that we are pulling. Splitting the Power Stone. What's a sorcery? As an additional cost to cast this spell, sacrifice an artifact. Create 2 tapped Power Stone tokens. If the sacrificed artifact was legendary, you get to draw a card. Great Desert Prospector. Giant Cindermaw. For our first artifact, we have Self-Assembler. When Self-Assembler enters the battlefield, you may search your library for an Assembly Worker creature card. Reveal it and put it into your hand and shuffle. And here we go. Should be our first rare, in which it is. And we got Harbin Vanguard Aviator. It is a legendary creature with flying. Whenever you attack with 5 or more soldiers, creatures you control get +1/+1 and gain flying until the end of turn. That seems really nice, actually. I like that and feel like I could use that if I had it. And our last foil, Yoshin Frontliner, which is an uncommon artifact creature. And then another Power Stone. So now we got 3 of those, which would come in handy if we use the mechanics and some of the abilities from these creatures. But other than that, this is the only nice art that we ended up pulling from the whole set. That's a nice looking mountain. Actually really like the top and all the little spikes. You could tell it's on fire. We pulled, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 rares. And we ended up pulling 1, 2, 3, 4 mythics, with 2 of them being the older bordered cards. Looking nice, looking nice. Now, for the last but not least, we have the Transformers card and the promo card. Let's go ahead and crack these open the correct way. For the Transformers card, we have Cyclonus, the Saboteur. Of course, it is a mythic. There's more than meets the eye. You can pay the cost. It has flying, and whenever Cyclonus deals combat damage to a player, it connives. Then if Cyclonus' power is 5 or greater, convert it. We will go ahead and see exactly what that is. And it is a vehicle of still 5/5. Living metal. As long as it is your turn, this vehicle is also a creature. Nice, nice. And then, of course, right behind it, we have our 20 basic lands, 4 of each color. And then we will go ahead and crack open the promo code. Jesus, I've been playing too much inside of my local game shops. And we got Queen Kayla's Bin Krug. Looking nice. Legendary creature, human noble, is a 2/3 with the older bordered design. There is nothing on the back side, but right behind it, we do have our foiled 20 basic lands. All right, now after a quick cleanup, I did run through the uncommons and put the commons back into their section where they belong, counted them, and we only have 1 duplicate for the commons, which is the Survivor of Corliss, and we actually came out with 36 commons. And surprisingly, well, to my surprise, we came out with more uncommons than regular commons. There were 39 uncommons and there were 5 duplicates. So this being 1, this being 2, this is a 3rd one right here, the 4th one, and then we got the 5th one. For our mythics, this is our most prized possession, City Scrape Leveler. Now I've already read it, so I won't do that again, but for its Unearth ability, essentially, you bring it back from the graveyard, and not only will it have trample, but it will also gain haste. At the beginning of your end step, you will exile this card. Essentially, with Graveyard, for those that are new, you can continuously bring back cards as much as you possibly can, as much as your deck allows you. But once it is in exile, you can no longer bring it back. It is completely out of the game. And before I forget, the highest possibility that we have for this card came out to $12.34, and the lowest was $9.99. So pretty great card right there. I especially love that Unearth. Fallout does come out in 2 days from today. I will definitely have that video for you guys. I'm definitely looking forward to grabbing a Soul Ring, a Command Tower, just because I love the way it looks. Casualties of War, I do want a Farewell. I have seen a few people pull those. So I will have that video for you guys on Friday. I will be posting it in between 12 and 1 o'clock just to make sure that everything is all good. And I am also picking up a Science Commander deck from Fallout as well. I don't know if I'll be doing that video unboxing, considering that a lot of people have been unboxing a lot of things lately. And essentially the Commander decks are all just about the same. Well, they are the same. So other than that, I will catch you guys Friday.